Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. With the ball in the end zone. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Oops.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. There's the interception all the way back. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here comes a handoff.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, a dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he's tackled after the catch. Short completion there, second down coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Under heavy pressure, he takes a
That's the
shot.
ball.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty.
Play's already in. I got 21 seconds.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Rifles this football to the left. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the important point after attempt. And it's good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch no return. Offense moving to a bunch formation. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Finds an open target on the left side.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
That completion makes it second and short. Handoff from the shotgun. The Gamecocks look to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They look to throw it here on second down.
Good screen.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
Looking to throw it on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Gamecocks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Hits the running back in the flat.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Movement here from the tight end. And from the shotgun, an inside
Why did he do that?
handoff.
Right.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Looking to throw it from the red zone.
There you go. Wait on it.
Fires this throw and is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out of bounds. A big play, an exciting end to this first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They're going to run it. Just a small gain.
Should have been tackled behind the line.
Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Man.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down.
Woo.
Oh, it's
That was my
incomplete.
fault.
That's a
Good
good
dude
job
came
by the
down.
defender to
But
break that
they
up.
looked at hella hard.
Just a great play
Oh.
on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air.
That's a good pick.
Anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He'll take a deep shot here.
That's a bad
The
pass.
pass is intercepted. A
You know,
takeaway
I
for
could
the
take this nigga out of my
defense.
game.
Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception.
So asshole.
They could bounce back from that costly. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Gamecocks are going to cash in here in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. A quick throw out left, complete. He'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Now moving the receiver now before the snap. First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal, upcoming. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Here's that defense shifting again. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The distance will be 23 yards at chip shot. Right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. They didn't do a very good job with
Face with tears of joy.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. On the run, getting
come on, bro. Why'd you?
Tipped, and then
Getting on my nerves, bro. I'm tired when they keep putting him in the game too.
chance to make a play, but instead it's third down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on.
Get your bum ass up out of here, bro.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Fires it.
Oh, this game is crazy.
Connect. The gamble doesn't pay
Exactly.
off.
You got it.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go
That's that number one.
You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Oh, it's a reverse. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense
My
has
man's
to be
wide
happy
open
on
over
how they're
there.
prepared
That's
coming
crazy.
into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
The Gamecocks are in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here.
Trash.
And they wrap him up with the gain is
Something
good
that's
enough for a
strange.
1st down.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go. Now you're set up to get 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gamecocks will line up now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
If you're going to throw the ball this close to your own goal line, you got to go to the quick game to get the ball out fast to give your quarterback a chance. Otherwise, consider running the football. Something different from sitting back and holding the ball and giving the defense a chance to come up with a big sack.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Running out of time in the pocket. And the defense wraps him up. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot from 24 yards. No problem. Knocks it right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And the returner decides to single fair catch. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Returner looking to make a play here. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught in the flat by the running back. Defense reacts.
Well, we ain't got no defensive direction.
On the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it second and medium. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires
Don't get that shit. Yes, sir. Wait on it. Wait on it. Wait on it. Wait on it. Let's go.
Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, LSU. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure.
Tripping, baby.
5-yard gain.
I mean, he's got 98 celebration.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him.
Look at that. That's dumb elevation.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead.
It's all good. Dumb elevation.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they will claim the second half lead.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense?
was just playing time to turn up.
Here's an example. You get the ball, the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the ground, trying to punch in for the score. He's swarmed by the defense.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Excellent protection all day to throw. Flings it now to the left. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being
Why is my game delayed?
Positive yards here on this play.
They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle, but first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back.
Let's get this. That was delayed for some reason.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the same runner's got it again. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play. The defense backed up against their own end zone. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
He'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal now. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Second down after the incompletion. Defense not pressing this time. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's escaping the pocket now.
Give it to me. Yes, sir.
And he throws his third interception of the day. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. He'll set the offense up at the 31.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense.
You shake the shift.
One heads to the left side. Finding space at the
You shake the shift, my boy.
Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. It's an option look. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense cannot be stopped. Look at the blazing speed to that quarterback. If you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks to the left.
Hell no.
Quick throw, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. Good enough for the 1st down to the 37.
Hey, it's a nice game here. They get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. And looking for a big play here. Oh, and he's got it.
Okay.
Big gain inside the 25. Finally tackled out the 19, and just like that, the offense is moved into the red zone.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw.
Go get it.
Pass not complete.
They owed him that. They owed him that one back. They owed him that one back.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Back to throw again.
Good defense.
It's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Let's go quickly.
Quit playing with me. Come on.
For a 3rd straight play.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down.
All of this.
And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. The offense went with the hurry out.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, LSU.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. He'll take a deep shot here.
Good pass.
Catch is made way down inside the 30. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. The Gamecocks are in the red zone now. Looking to the end zone. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Play action here on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Good play.
Touchdown, South
Getting
Carolina.
that fucking dude, getting loose over there, fucking play.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score and a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here.
Okay.
Catch made by the tight end.
Oh, man, the defense is crazy.
Two-point drive fails. They can't cut this lead further. And now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop.
This nigga ran
Nothing like getting
10
positive
times.
yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it to the left.
Bro,
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Handoff heading left. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. The offense has done well to chew some clock here. Now they'll come up on second down. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Hurdling up and over. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution, how they're going about their business.
Back's got it on the pitch. And he's stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here. Now they get set to kick it away.
He ran the ball.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. So it's second down and 10. There's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They look to throw it here on second down. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And the interception will end it, the final play of the ballgame. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
That looks pretty. What happened there? Whoa, okay.